All right, the necessary update of this situation with Tyron Smith, if he's not eligible to play or if he's not able to play, they are planning on moving Terence Steele to the left tackle and then insert Lael Collins back at right tackle. Now, I told a lot of people before, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. The Dallas Cowboys figure things out, and they make sure with this new administration that they are prepared. So, do Terence Steele possess positional flex? The answer is yes. He can play left tackle or right tackle. Now, it's a change of the worlds. It's a change of mind. Now, Tyron Smith, we understand there's a knock on the door with his particular health situation. And of course, this has nothing to do with the neck area nor the back, but this is the ankle and the leg part, and to support that big frame, that big body. Maybe, just maybe, Tyron Smith needed a little longer rest time. Now, the season is long. It's not a short one. If he's able to play, then of course the Cowboys will insert Tyron Smith. But it seems as if, though, he's battling through that leg situation, and he played a little bit last game and then had to get out of it. Shout out to Neskhe. And Neskhe, for what it's worth, he got his butt whooped, but he didn't do such a terrible job like it was in the past when we insert a guy to fill that voided spot. What was his name? Gave up 6 or 7 sacks against Dan Quinn's defense. I keep forgetting the guy's name, but y'all can post it in the chat. I know you guys remember. At least he's not that guy, right? And at least he's not the other guy who we picked up, who wore number 75. I keep forgetting these guys' name, but they got their butt handed to them, right? So hopefully, we figure this thing out before the roof cave in and collapse on this team, because your left tackle is very important. Of course, your center position is important, right? They touch the ball 100% of the time, and that is our weakest spot right now. And I'm not throwing any salt or putting dirt over him. I'm talking about Tyler Biadasz. But you can argue and say, well, the left side, the blind side, you got to make sure you protect the blind side, Cowboy Nation. This is the thing, Cowboy Nation. Positional flex. Because Connor McGovern is sitting there like, hey, when my number is going to get called? 66. I'm in the mix, right? We can do a whole bunch of things to slide this offensive line down, right? You can actually, with a makeshift offensive line if you want to, and I'm just throwing out scenarios, you can actually keep Terence Steele at right tackle, slide Connor Williams at left tackle, insert Lael Collins at the guard spot, and still keep Tyler Biadasz because he's still growing, and Zach Martin, in that same mix as the right guard, and then, of course, that could be your offensive line, right? Or you can just say, hey, I'm going back to the Vach Lombardi's conversational piece. We've seen actually with tangible evidence, we've seen Lael Collins play at a high level at right tackle. Why not just insert Lael Collins at right tackle and you just roll with that, right? And just keep Terence Steele as your swing tackle or what have you. And, of course, you just keep everything the same. You can roll with that. But I come here to tell you that this coaching staff sees something. They see something out of Terence Steele, and they do not want to see him hit the bench because they feel like if we can keep that momentum going, he's picking up what the coaches are implementing, and we don't want him to lose sight of that, right? Some people lose sight of that. Some people fall into the downhill slide when you put them out, when you pull them out of the offensive line. That can happen. And I tell people all the time, offensive line is the only unit that all 5 of those guys got to be on the same page. You just can't go pull a good offensive lineman here and a good offensive lineman there, and say, all right, it gonna work now, baby. It don't work that way. Oh, Law, do you have any factual evidence of that? Check out the Kansas City Chiefs, right? All offseason, they went and got this guy, they went and got that guy, and say, all right, we're gonna make it work. No, it don't work that way with that front five. It's a one unit that everybody got to be on the same page. Old folks would say everybody got to be singing from the same hymnal, So, we got to make sure that these guys are on the same page. Now, I want to know how you guys feel about Tyron Smith. How long we going to go back and forth with this? And he's a giant. He's a big guy playing one of his best seasons, by the way. Without that neck roll, he can turn, move around, and when those hands get on you, especially when they in the inside, you ain't going nowhere. So it's just one of those things, whereas I'm trying to figure out, too, I know we got to let this kid develop, and I'm talking about Tyler Biadasz, but on the same side of that same problem, you're looking at, okay, contract year for Connor Williams. Oh, excuse me, what you going to do with number 66? Connor McGovern, who, when his number is called, he steps up real tall, right? But it could be a situation that we are speaking too soon, and by Friday, Tyron Smith said, hey, what y'all talking about? I'm ready to get out there. But we got to start making plans down the line with this offensive line. We do. But that's the update. Other news, and I'm just going to gloss over this news. It was reported by, and let me see if I can get the name of the reporter right quick so that we can be on the same page here. The name of this reporter, Pete Schrager, he said that the Cowboys were in the sweepstakes of picking up Von Miller. And it's water under the bridge. It's spilled milk now. He's gone to the Rams, so he's an enemy now. He's been always an enemy because he don't play for the Cowboys. So I like it. Will the Cowboys make trades? Will they not? But I'm quite sure that the Cowboys, they like their guys. Unless it's a deal. Unless it's a deal that they can't refuse. But we got to understand this. In our second and third round draft picks in the past, we've been doing good. We don't need to get rid of any draft capital. Huh? What round was Trayvon Diggs drafted? What is he doing for this team? Navell Gallimore, what round he was drafted? Osa Odigizua, what round he was drafted? And I know we're still waiting to see Bossman Fat, and I'm quite sure give him a couple of games and you guys will realize Cowboys been doing good in the second and third round. We shouldn't be so anxious making deals with other teams on a guy on the other end of his playing career. Second and third round draft picks are very valuable. And to be honest, with this particular team, that's where they hit second and third round, right? And a little bit of fourth. So unless it's a fifth or sixth round draft pick, we good. We Gucci. And I'm all in with what we got right now. I'm all in. We can start talking about draft before we talking about trades, especially with this particular front office. So post me your thoughts, post me your concerns about Tyron Smith. And should it be Neskhe versus Terence Steele at that left tackle? And you just put out Lael Collins at that right tackle. And look how depth works, baby. This is all depth. Depths. This is what we got, baby. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go. Salute.